Hi everyone, my name is Jen, and last week, one of our dreams came true. I bought a van. I've been wanting a van for such a long time, and my wife and I has been thinking about it for a couple of years. I've been looking at VanLifers. I follow Trent and Alley, Leave Everything in Wonder. I mean, so many VanLifers that I follow on YouTube, as well as I check hundreds of van builds on YouTube. So I've been very excited about getting a van, taking everything out of the van and then making it to where my wife and I will be very comfortable in it, building it the inside, the interior, the way we want to. That way we can go on road trips and have a good time, be away from people. We don't have to stay at a hotel and just stay put there when we can actually explore this country. And in the future, explore other countries in our van. So, again, it's a dream come true, and I'm very happy about it. So last Sunday, I woke up early, which is very rare. And the first thing I did was check on Facebook, see if Facebook Market had anything new. I've been looking, I've been checking. I probably have seen over 200 vans, seriously. But they just did not speak to me. So when I woke up last Sunday and I saw this van, I'm like, oh, that looks like it's calling my name. Jin Jin. And it was. So I contacted the seller, I pinged the seller, and the seller called me back. Very nice guy. The owner of this van is a Vietnam vet. Very nice guy. So we drove about 45 minutes to an hour to see the van and check it out. We drove it. I looked under the hood, over the hood, to the left, to the right. Nancy was on the floor looking underneath. The thing about it was, I don't care what the inside looks like, as long as it's okay. You don't want like fully trashed and like, demolished and all that jazz. We wanted something that we could take everything out of the inside and rebuild and make it our own. So we got there. Motor was great. Engine was great. We went for a drive. It was nice and smooth. It doesn't shake. The tires only have about 300 miles on them, and they look very good. The engine, perfect. As a matter of fact, on the way back, my wife was driving the car that took us there, and I was following her with the van, and I was like, wow, this is really riding nice. At some point, I actually stepped on that gas, past my wife's car driving, and this thing, the steering wheel didn't even shake. It was nice and smooth, beautiful. As a matter of fact, I've done a lot of research on Econolines, on Ford E150s, 250s, 350s, etc. And I've heard a lot of people say that if you take care of the engine, it will last. It can go up to 400,000 miles. So it has I bought it for 128 or something like that miles. We're already 135,000 because we drove it a while, but it runs so smooth. It's beautiful. And so we got it home, and the first thing I did was that I started figuring out how easy it's going to be, or how hard it's going to be to rip everything out of here. Okay, as you can see, it's an old van, right? And it's also originally a wheelchair van, a handicap van. So it still has the wheelchair lift, and it is a brown lift, which apparently is the top of the line. And I've checked on eBay and Facebook Market and all that stuff. some of these lifts, they go for $1,500. I doubt I'm gonna get that amount of money, but to be honest with you, any amount of money that we get for that lift will be nice. And if nobody wants it, we'll go ahead and donate it. Okay, so let me show you. It's a mess right now because we already took the back seat that lays down and turns into a bed, right? We don't want that. We want something different, and you'll see it once we start doing everything. But it's a mess right now because I've been ripping everything off. But let me take you for a little tour. So as you can see, I've taken some of the panels. I'm going to be working on these panels, the ceiling, but if possible, if you can see right out there is the back seat, which it literally took about 3 hours to get the bolts out. It was really hard. W40, the whole 9 yards, it was really, really hard. But it's out, and we didn't break anything. So that's a good thing. That, I'm going to put it in the outside, and if anybody wants to take it, make my day. So, oh, here's the lift, the chair lift. You really, right now, you can't really see the, how effective it is because I don't have it down, but I will be taking that lift down, and it's like brand new. It's electrical. It goes like that. It holds, actually, I think he said it was 500 to 700 pounds. So it's a very good lift, actually. Electrical, right? And it can be used on the side of the door or in the back door. It has 4 bolts, which 2 of them go directly to the bottom of the van, and 2 of them actually go into the first platform. So wish me luck, because I'm gonna need it, and those bolts are gonna come out. Those suckers weigh like 300 pounds. So between my wife and I, we're gonna get it done. Yes, we are. To those who don't know me, I'm pretty handy. I can build stuff, and I am a true believer that the best university in the world is YouTube. So if I don't know how to do it, somebody in YouTube will. The only problems that this van has right now is that this window used to be here, but I think with the heat or something, it's actually in there. It fell down, but it's okay. I've fixed windows before in other cars. It just came out of the little whatever you call it, the little platform that it sits on. That way it goes up and down. The other thing that it had that was kind of worrying me is that when you turn the AC on, it does blow cold, but it only comes out of the defrost back there. It didn't come out from the front vents. So we did some research. Actually, Nancy did some research, and she found that we could actually bypass. It's called the vacuum hose, and it basically is not working. And that happens to all Fords. When it gets to Ford, put this vacuum motor in the car, in the engine, where people is so hard to get into. It's behind the motor. You will have to basically take a bunch of stuff out and then pull the front panel inside the van out to get to it. So mechanics can charge you $1,500 just to repair that. So I found out that Ford put it there and it's a hose. It's like a hose, like a rubber hose that literally goes from the motor all the way down, okay, into the car and up. Okay, well, you can bypass that, and it doesn't have to go to that cylinder that is hidden somewhere. $1,500 later, okay, it's fixed. Well, the reason why Ford did that is because they know that these vans can run up to 400,000 miles, and they want to make sales. They want you to, after 5 years, you go in and you buy another van. So when that little hose breaks, and there's a little piece this big. That hose runs from the inside of the van all the way to the motor. It's a long hose, but there's a little part about this big that they actually added a little bit more hose, and is so badly made that they know it's going to fail, because they know that when you take it to get fixed and they say, well, it's going to be about $1,500 to $2,000, you're going to say, it's a 5-year-old van. I'm going to take it back to the dealership and get another van. Well, guess what? You can bypass it. And when we get this done, I will put it on a video, but you can always Google it. I mean, you can always YouTube it or Google it, and you'll see a lot of people that are teaching you how to bypass it. So thank you, YouTubers. I appreciate that. And thank you, YouTube company. You are the best university in the world. Seriously. So that's the only thing that... Oh, and there was a couple of fuses that we needed to change because the buttons, okay, the locks, were on the... This was really not opening and closing the locks. So we just changed the fuse and it's working fine. So a little bit of that, but no engine problems. AC is going to be working fine. The only thing we have to do is take out the rugs, the carpet, the ceiling, everything out except the 2 front seats, which we will change in the future. We do want rotating seats, and these ones, they're not, but it's okay. Van seats are extremely expensive. This will work fine, right? As a matter of fact, when we travel, we're not going to be inside the van all day long, right? Unless it rains. But we wanted to take us from here to there, be able to enjoy it, have a little sink, have a little water, have a water sink, little stove, a bed, and be able to travel around, feel safe, and have a good time. So with that said, let me take you for a little tour. So that's the ceiling up there. Is gonna come out. That is gonna, all of this is coming out. It is a mess, isn't it? Isn't it a mess? It is a mess. And that's that. These are the seats. I have a sewing machine, so I can actually make some seat covers, but it's really nice. I mean, it has the handle and everything. This is the front of it, and it's good. Oh yeah, and it has a crack on the windshield, but that's okay, because anyway, I want to get a new front windshield that has, at the top, it has a little bit of the sun protector, as well as probably in the future change all the windows to a darker polarized window. But for now, they're fine. Again, we're not going to live in this van, but if we ever choose and decide to live in a van and be van lifers, which we're retiring in a few years, yes we are, we will probably sell this van and buy either a ProMaster van and redo the whole thing, and have a house on wheels. But that's not going to happen, because we have a family and 4 dogs, and I have a wife that I don't know if she'd be okay with living in a van. So anyway, so just letting you know what's happening right now. And again, Bella is beautiful. Bella means beautiful in Italian. So I'm very excited about this. I'll keep you posted. I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers right now that say every Wednesday or every Sunday we'll have a new YouTube. At this point, I don't even know how to edit YouTube, but I will learn. And I hope that you follow me, subscribe, like, and I'll get better at this videoing situation. But for now, peace, love, see the world, be kind to others, accept, and from my heart to yours, stay safe. Ciao.